Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're having a beautiful and blessed day. Today, I would like to share with you how I make my homeless gift bags. Now, all of the items I'm going to be showing you came from the dollar store. So I'm hoping that by watching this video, you will get some source of inspiration and ideas to go and create your own. Now, we are in the month of December, so when I'm making my gift bags during this time of year, I like to include some cold weather items. Socks is one of the number one things that I always include in my bags. Now, I carry socks with me throughout the year in my car because this is something that I get requests for throughout the year. Now, the homeless, they're out in the street, they walk long distances, and they're always wearing out their socks. So I like to keep some in my car year round, but especially this time of year when I make my bags, I like to include socks. Also, I like to include knit caps. So socks and knit caps are something that are essential this time of year, and it's something that I get asked for a lot. Also, I like to include gloves. So socks, knit caps, and gloves are essential this time of year, and they go into my gift bags. Also, like I said, this is the cold weather months. So aside from the items I showed you, I also like to include some hand warmers. Now, these are a one-time use only. And what you do is you squeeze them and it activates the heat in them. And they give you up to 7 hours of continuous heat. So those go into my gift bags as well. And also, I like to include these emergency blankets. Now, these blankets are water and wind resistance, and they do retain heat. So this is something that would be good to give to a homeless person that is out in the street, that don't have the benefit of being inside of a warm building. Someone that would be living maybe under a railroad bridge in an abandoned building, because they can wrap themselves up in this and stay more or less warm. Okay, so this is something that always goes into my gift bags this time of year. And going back to how the homeless are always walking long distances and they're always wearing out their socks, another item that I like to include in my bags are Band-Aids. Now, I'll put several in my gift bags as well. And this time of year, the weather is harsh. The homeless are out there in the streets dealing with the elements, and sometimes their hands and their faces might get cracked and become painful. So I also like to include in my gift bags hand cream. It's just something extra that gives them a little bit of protection. And for the women, I like to include sanitary pads as well. Also, I want to show you this. I think this is a great little thing. I got this at the dollar store just like I did everything else. This is a little packet. It's a pouch. It has a zipper on it. It has a toothpaste, toothbrush, the cover that goes on the toothbrush, and then it's got the little hanging thing that they can hang it on. I think this is such a great little thing to include in the gift bags. So this is also something that I put in. Also, the homeless, sometimes they like to keep notes, jot down phone numbers. So I like to include these writing pads. Now these come in a packet of 3 for $1. So I like to include these in the gift bags as well as the pen that goes with them, okay? And this time of year, it's good to show love to the people that are out in the street because they might not get that from anybody else. So when you're driving around, doing your Christmas shopping, remember to show these people on the street some love, okay? Also, another thing that I include into my gift bags this time of year are packets of chocolate. This is something that they really enjoy because they can go into a McDonald's and ask for a cup. Then all they need is water. They put the two together and they have a nice warm drink to enjoy. So hot chocolate packets also get into my gift bags this time of year. And my homeless, some of them do like to keep their appearances up. Some of them may not care one way or the other. But I do like to also include in my gift bags underarm deodorant. So I include the women's and the men's. And also, like I said, some of them do like to keep their appearances up. So I like to include razor blades. Now I prefer to put blue into my gift bags because I remember one time I gave a pink one to one of my homeless men, and he said, "Miss Grace," he said, "do you have one that isn't pink?" He said, "because they're going to make fun of me at the shelter when they see me shaving with a pink razor blade." So I always carry blue, and I put them in my gift bags. Let's see, what else? There's a couple things I have here that I wanted to show you. Another thing I like to include, my homeless are out there walking around, collecting cans, metals. They're getting into trash cans. They're getting into all kinds of germy things. And so I like to include some hand sanitizer. Oh, the sun is getting to it. So I like to include some hand sanitizer because at least it'll help them a little bit. It'll be some barrier for the germs that they may be picking up when they're rummaging through the trash can. Now, let me tell you, I saved the best for last, okay? The next thing I'm going to show you, it is something that my homeless absolutely love. And I don't know why, but this is my experience that when I carry these, they are a big hit. And I do like to include them in my gift bags. And that is Vienna sausages. Now these come in a little packet, I believe of 4. But if you buy them individually, I think they run like 50 or 60 cents a piece. So I like to include these in my gift bags. But I also carry them with me throughout the year in my car because they're portable. You see, they have the little, the sun's getting to it. It has the pull top lid, So they're out there on the street walking, they get hungry, they can just pop the lid and they have something to eat right there on the spot. And let me tell you, like I said, my homeless absolutely love these. So if you want to be a big hit with the homeless, hand them some Vienna sausages. Now, you might be saying, well, all that sounds very good, but I don't have the budget to put all of these things into a gift bag. But I say, go with what you can afford. If your budget is small, scale down your bags and just give less. Or maybe instead of making a big bag, just create a small bag like this and put a couple of things in there. And that's all you need, right? Mother Teresa once said, if you cannot feed 100 people, at least feed one. One, that's all it takes. And God, who sees everything, will thank you and reward you in the end. Now, all of the things I showed you, I like to put into a gallon-sized plastic bag. I prefer to use plastic as opposed to paper because it's waterproof. They can keep their medicines in, they can keep important papers in, and they'll stay dry, and they can reuse it over and over again. But like I said, if you don't have the budget to fill a bag like this up, just scale down and give them a small bag. If you can't give a bag like this, just give a snack, anything, as long as you give something. Now, I also like to include in my gift bags, and I don't have it here. Oh, I do. Look, I had to hide these from my kitty cats because if I had left them out here, they would have gotten into them. I like to also include snacks like crackers, but I also like to have some granola bars, and I put them in my gift bags. Now, one thing to remember, the homeless a lot of times have dental problems, and they may not be able to chew on something hard, like the hard granola bars. So I like to carry some soft chew granola bars with me. So I think I showed you everything, all right? Like I said, everything that I showed you, I purchased at the dollar store. Now, you know, there are times when I'm not able, because of my budget, I'm not able to make a big bag like this and fill it with things. So I also have to scale down and just carry small packets like this with me in my car. So I just want to say, don't let the lack of money keep you from doing a good deed, because anybody can go to the dollar store, pick up a box, $2 box of granola bars, and let that be your gift to the homeless. And when you're out there driving around, if you see a homeless person in the street, just offer them a kind word. If all you can afford to give them is crackers, do that. But more importantly, show them love, right? Because that is what God would want us to do. I also wanted to show you something that I purchased at the thrift store, and I just think it's so cute and precious. I wanted to share it with you. It's my mug. Now, I paid 49 cents for this mug. And I think it's just the cutest thing. You see, this is a polar bear. What is he doing? He's skating. He's showing off his fancy moves, right? There he is, skating, all fine and good. What happens? For showing off, okay? In the end, he goes down. And let me tell you, if I attempted to put on skates and skate, that would be me right there. So I hope you got some source of inspiration from this video and that it makes you think about possibly making your own. And just remember, this time of year, as we're heading into Christmas, and you're out there shopping, spending money, remember, the true reason for the season is not getting in debt, buying gifts. That is what the retailers want you to do, right? They want to see you stack up your credit cards, stack up the items you purchase, because that is the business they are in. But we have to remember the whole reason for Christmas was to welcome the birth of Jesus Christ. And when you're out there driving around, be kind to each other, especially the homeless. December has been known to be a month where more homeless people commit suicide. Why is that? You have the holidays, you have the cold weather. A lot of these homeless have been cast off by society, pushed aside by their family for whatever reason, right or wrong. Some of them are dealing with addictions, drugs, alcoholism, mental illness. And a lot of them got into that situation because of bad life choices. But we shouldn't pass judgment on them, because remember, we all sin differently. Just keep that in mind and show some love, all right? Now, I try and post something on my kitty cat sneezing. I try and post something at least once a month. Not once a month. Once a week, I try and post a video. And I like my videos to be educational, inspirational, and I just want to leave you with a positive message, all right? I want you to know, and those of you that have come back over and over again to see my videos, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. But I want you to know, above everything that I said right now, I want you to know that God loves you and me very, very much, all right? So go out and show some love to someone that needs it, okay? All right, sweetie. Thank you for coming. I hope you come back and visit us again, all right? Bye-bye.